I haven't been back here for years, but I just have to show you how close. This is the place I worked where I experienced anti-Black racism and harassment. And I want you to show you where Lori DuPont worked. So Lori DuPont was a nurse in Windsor who complained about harassment. And she said that she had a guy that was harassing her all the time. And she complained to leadership over and over and over again for years that she was being harassed. And they did nothing. And eventually she was killed. And lots of promises were put in place saying, we're going to change the system. And we created Bill 168, largely because of Lori DuPont. And I don't have to walk too far because right ahead of me is the parking garage for the hospital where Lori worked. And nothing has changed since 2005. In 2022, I was fired because I asked a manager to stop harassing me. And it's very clear, based on the evidence I've collected, there was never any intention of solving the problem. The woman is still working there. As far as I know, she is still harassing people. And there's been no consequence for her behavior. When I finally made it to the grievance board, well, we all saw how that worked. Rachel said something very racist, and her lawyer said, can we strike that from the record? And they did. They're doing absolutely nothing at all to protect people from harassment. And I want you to think, if you're a business owner, how much money have you been spending for your HR departments? How much money do you spend collecting evidence when all the government is doing is just deleting it? So you can see here, that's where Lori DuPont worked. And that was in 2005. We need to stop expecting that the government is going to change things just because they put something on a piece of paper. They only change things when we stand up and say, no more. Lori DuPont worked there in 2005. She asked for help and she was ignored. How much longer?